Hello and welcome. Today we are in the Tier 8 German destroyer, Tier 7 German destroyer, the Z-39. This is a ranked match, and at the end of the video I'll show my captain skills and upgrades. And I start heading towards the B cap because this is an excellent cap zone, as the Z-39 has a hydro, and this allows you to ward off enemy destroyers. I use the hydro immediately because there's a good chance the Akatsuki would torpedo me here. The main thing is I just want her out of the cap zone. I can use this island very well to keep shooting, and the hydro keeps the destroyer out. I mean, look at the minimap, right? The inner dotted circle, that's the hydro range. It covers the entire cap zone, and it would even cover a little bit of the A cap, so if the destroyer comes back I can engage her, meanwhile the island blocks the other enemies from engaging me. And it seems the Akatsuki actually did come back. I'm kinda surprised. Well, in that case I'm going to launch torpedoes in that general direction too. She's gonna get out of hydro range again, which means that I won't be able to see her, but I will continue being able to cap. Our team is going towards the C cap. I think this is excellent because this allows me to go towards the A cap. I think the Z-39 is an excellent solo fighter, and I mean, I kind of believe in my ability to play this game. It's a little bit of a risk. You see, a cruiser could come out from behind the island somewhere here and suddenly surprise me, but I think I could get away. Now, the reason why I actually call the Z-39 a Tier 8 ship is because she, well, kinda is. She gets the Tier 8 concealment upgrade, and she also gets the Tier 8 hydro, which means that the Z-39 is very, very powerful. And as you can see, I have 22,000 HP. Wait, what? Okay, I guess the torpedo hit the Akatsuki and sank her. Well then, I mean, great. This means that she isn't going to be able to contest the C cap or come back for the B cap. And I don't have to worry about it. That's excellent news. It's just kind of unbelievable that she took that kind of a torpedo. But I guess all kinds of things happen. So anyway, the Z-39 is, in many ways it's a Tier 8 ship. The one thing it's kind of weak in is the fact that her firepower is lacking. Yes, she has higher caliber guns, we're talking actual cruiser guns, which means that her AP can be somewhat powerful. However, she doesn't quite have the DPM other destroyers do. And so, if you get into a gunfight, you really want to take advantage of your torpedoes, speed boost, smokescreen, hydro, some combination of those. Because while you might win due to your massive HP pool, you'll probably lose a lot of the HP. However, she is an excellent torpedo boat, and she's fairly good at doing all kinds of other destroyer-y things due to her good concealment, or at least decent concealment, right? Like 6.1 kilometers, I mean, it's not great, but for a Tier 7 destroyer, it's actually quite amazing if we're honest. And she also has some fairly fast reloading torps, so even though the torpedoes themselves aren't the greatest, they reload quickly enough that you can just simply reuse them. And they actually deal damage, unlike a certain nation's torpedoes. So, it seems the Duke of York is actually heading over here, and looking at the minimap, I don't think there's a single other enemy ship on this side. So if the Duke of York is actually heading into the A cap, what I'm gonna do is, well, I'm gonna wait for her here, and then I'm gonna rush out from behind the island and try to torp rush her. And she seems to be coming closer. Yeah, the Duke of York does have a hydro, which actually I kind of forgot about, but I was promptly reminded of it right here. However, I also have a hydro, so I know what the Duke of York is doing. So all I want to do... Oh, and her hydro actually ran out. But all I want to do is I want to pick a side on the island to rush at, so that the Duke of York cannot evade me. You see, if I go to the right now, the Duke of York is gonna go on the left side of the island, and I would probably get caught. So that's why I waited until the Duke of York had to make a choice. And you know, a battleship has to decide slightly earlier than a destroyer does. So now I'm gonna rush out and... I don't know. I guess we're gonna hope for the best. However, I don't know what the Duke of York is expecting. Like, she gets one salvo here, right? Sure, great. I lost 7k HP. How horrible. My question is, Now what, Duke of York? You have 57k HP, I have my torpedoes reloaded, and I am 500 meters from your ship. Don't think it's going to end too well for you. Like, honestly, what were you thinking? But, yeah, I guess we defended the ACAB successfully. We lost about 7.5k HP. And we got a nice devastating strike for it. That was 1/3 of their battleship line, just gone, just like that, for nothing at all. Like, she didn't do anything with that HP. And I've actually run into quite a few situations like this. I don't quite understand what these battleships are thinking. Now, mind you, I was playing this match on the very lowest ranks. I had been slacking off in the past season, so I started out at like rank 13 or something, which meant that plays like the ones by the Duke of York weren't too rare. And so I don't... It feels weird, it feels like I'm bullying them, okay? Like, I don't know if I should be fighting against them. I feel like I should try to throw the game or something. Anyway, now I'm going to just harass them. Because we're far ahead in points. We have a 500 points lead, we're even ahead in ships. So all we really need to do now is be somewhat safe. Now, I am going to engage this Myoko. Right now because I'm behind an island, so it's no worries. But even later, because they will be focused on the other side of the map, because my enemy, or my allies, their enemies, are on the other side. So all of their guns will be pointed over there. If I engage them, and they, because of that, turn around and point their guns at me, I can always, you know, fall into concealment or use smoke. And this would essentially waste some of their time. Alternatively, they will simply ignore me, which means that I will just get to do free damage to them. I'm using AP because I don't really know whether HE would be better here, because, I don't know, I'm not that experienced with the ship. I know it's insanely strong for a tier 7 destroyer, but I'm not entirely sold on where exactly you should use AP and when it is the best time to use AP. I know if you're close range to an enemy, you should probably use AP. However, we're still dealing with a German destroyer, or German ship, so HE might not always be the strongest thing. Anyway, the Myoko, for whatever reason, is heading towards me, and she's turning right now towards me as well. Which I don't really know what she's trying to achieve, because I don't think it's going to work out well for her, because I'm pretty certain I can win any kinds of fights here once she gets too close due to my torpedoes. Sure, she has torpedoes too, but she needs to show a lot of broadside for those torpedoes to actually work. And if we get closer and closer, my AP shells will eventually be able to citadel her, I think. I've never actually tested it. Anyway, I'm gonna use Hydro to know which way the Myoko is going. I mean, the same situation is happening here as happened with the Duke of York earlier, right? Like, I needed to decide which way to go, and I simply waited, because as a destroyer you can simply wait. Okay, she's turning in, so I guess we'll just aim the torpedo slightly better. And I think that's goodbye to the Myoko. Don't need that many torpedo heads to sink a cruiser. Now, they did take the B-cap, but I'm not gonna bother taking it back. We have 4 ships, they have 1. I just want more damage at this point. I mean, I've sunk 3 ships, I have 2 solo caps. I think I've already done my part, so damage farming at this point is okay. Well, damage farming by me is always okay, but in this case I think I'm justified. I was trying to see whether I could actually go through the aft of the Surrey, but unfortunately it seems that didn't quite work out. I did want to place this island between me and the Surrey, so to make her maybe think that I'm going the other way around the island, just so that she would show me broadside again once I come around, because maybe this time I can get the citadel hit. Come on, yeah, see, she's tarping the wrong side. Easy. Ooh, and we got the citadel. Got the engine too with it. Nice. Now to bring all the other guns to bear. Ooh, another citadel. Wait, I don't... Aerroon, what did you do? I wasted this opportunity. I could have sunk that Surrey, but I instead tried to dodge shells, which was completely unnecessary because she was unable to sink me. Anyway, 104k damage, sank 3 ships, 2400 base XP, you know, casual stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna give the Duke of York a compliment for good manners, because he truly was a gentleman by giving me a free battleship to sink. I don't know what he was thinking, but I like where that was going. Anyway, you can see 3-2-1 on our team. Very nice. But yeah, so the Z-39 overall is, I think, a very, very powerful destroyer. You didn't see these, like, the greatest strengths of the ship. The greatest strength is just the fact that she can bully destroyers with the smoke and hydro combo, and no other destroyer can really do the same. However, as you can see, she can also torp quite well, and even citadel some cruisers if she gets close enough. So here's the damage: 80k with the torps, 59k to the Duke of York, 24k to the Myoko, 11k to the Akatsuki, and 10k to the Surrey. So let's take a look at the commander skills and upgrades. I am using Gunta because I figured, why not? If I have the commander anyway, I might as well. So I go for priority target, last stand obviously, then survivability expert, then concealment expert, as you do on all the destroyers. Then on this specific ship I go for expert marksman, torpedo armament expertise, adrenaline rush, and then the last 2 points, I guess, expert loader and preventative maintenance. Alternatively, you know, you could drop some of these skills like those two and take jack of all trades, but I guess that's kind of up to you. Another option obviously would be a radio location, but you would have to juggle some other skills around. So, upgrades wise, you have the concealment systems modification upgrade, then rudder shift, because it gets it to 3.6 seconds. You could go for propulsion, but you don't really need it as much because you have hydro. Then obviously faster torpedoes. Then hydro, if you don't have this, you go for the engine room protection obviously, as always. And then the first slot main arms modification. But notice I have the concealment upgrade. Other tier 7 destroyers don't. And this is one of the great strengths of the Z-39. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would like to thank the patrons on Patreon. Thank you very much for your continued support, and I hope I'll see you guys next time.